right, BarNaturalPrez. Talk to the people, man. Let them know what's getting ready to go down.
What's good? We're back. Another dumbbell routine we're bringing you today. Today's going to be all arm focused. Biceps, tricep workout. Just using the dumbbells. Again, I got the 25 pounds with me. So we're going to get right into it, starting with biceps. So, for just a little quick science lesson, biceps got two heads to them. Long head and a short head. Long head and the short head of the bicep. Long head works more lateral of the bicep, and the short head is more deep, superficial. It's under the long head. It's going to be more on the interior side of the arm. The long head, you're going to really see, is going to work that length of the muscle, and the short head exercises works that width, that girth to the bicep. So I'm going to give you 4 different exercises total, 2 for each, pretty much. They're going to target more for long and more for short head. So first exercise we're going to do, regular standing bicep curls, just like this. 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand. I want to go simultaneously, 1 arm at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And remember, the only movement is coming from the elbow joint. You want to make sure when you're coming up and your contraction, in that contracting movement, you want to really squeeze and flex the bicep and control it down, get a full range of motion, get that stretch in the tendon. Remember, when you're doing you want to have strong tendons that are connecting the bicep to the forearm, or else you're going to get a lot of tendonitis pain too. That's going to avoid that tendonitis pain.
What part of the bicep that's working
so
that movement?
These are regular standing dumbbell curls like that, mainly going to focus on the long head of the bicep. That lateral engagement is going to work on that length of it, the length of the bicep. The next we're going to go into more of a hammer curl, which is going to focus more on the short head, more of the inner deep muscle, which is also connected to the brachialis, which is another little muscle of the arm in general. So hammer curls are going to be our next variation. Just like this. Now instead, with regular curls, we have our palms supinated, just like this, with our palms facing each other. Now our palms are going to be neutral, and we're going to, again, just bend at the elbow. So you're going to work more of the short head of the bicep. So we'll do it 1 arm at a time, and then I'll do a few 1 arm and then a 2 arm. It doesn't matter how you do it, guys. So we're going to go for 10 reps again. 1, and you see I'm keeping a neutral grip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to focus more on the short head of the bicep, which is going to work more on that girth, the thickness of the muscle. The first exercise is going to target more of the long head. Now, let me let you guys know this one thing. A complete isolation of the short head is almost impossible, because you're always going to get long head bicep engagement. But again, those exercises I showed you first are going to work to focus on targeting that short head more. So those hammer curls, even though they are going to focus on the long head, the more focus is going to go on the short head on that exercise. But again, you cannot really completely isolate the short head of the bicep. They work in unison. So third exercise we're going to do, another one that's going to focus more on that short head again. We're going to go preacher curls. So for this, these are going to be isolation curls also. So if you're in the gym and you had a bench where you could put your arms over and have your arms over here with a dumbbell or with a barbell, those would be preacher curls. Or you could use it with your leg and mimic it. So we'll keep our elbow rested here, letting our arm get a nice stretch down, and then we're going to curl up straight from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again 10 and 10. You want to get 10 and 10 on each arm. For each of these exercises, you're going for 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Remember, the bicep and the tricep, they're not that big of a muscle group. Although they got 2 heads, you don't have to hammer them with 20, 25 plus reps if you have a sufficient amount of weight. I'm using 25 pounds here. It's a decent amount of resistance. Only gotta stay in that 10 to 12 plus rep range. You're gonna get a nice pump, a nice contraction, nice eccentric stretch each exercise, and again, get that full range of motion so you get a full stretch in the tendons. So those are 3 exercises so far. The 4th exercise we're gonna do is gonna, again, focus a little more on the long head of the bicep now. So, come. Here we're gonna need, if you're in the gym, you go on an incline bench, or if you're at the park, you just go on a little bit, something with a slight incline like this. Now, we're gonna let our arms come down just like this, a nice deep stretch, curl up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was 4 exercises, 2 that I'm mainly going to target the long head of the bicep, 2 that are going to focus a little more on that short head of the bicep. And again, 4 exercises for the bicep in 1 routine is more than enough, especially if you're doing other exercises in general, rowing motions, pulling motions, all that is going to engage biceps. Very rarely, me in general, will you see me doing an arm day just as an isolation day on its own. I very rarely train my arm muscles on their own. They get a lot of engagement from all the pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, push-ups, and everything else. And then if I'm doing weight training, shoulder press, bench press, rowing, all that is going to engage the biceps and the triceps sufficiently as well. So, but if you guys do want an arm day, you guys don't got to go crazy and hammer it with like 6, 7 exercises. It's not necessary. Target each head, 2 exercises per head, per long, per short head, more than enough. You're gonna move on to triceps. Now, just like bicep is comprised of not 2 muscles, it's got 3 heads. You got the long head, the medial head, and the lateral head of the tricep. So 3 different areas the tricep you could work. Long, lateral. I can't flex my elbow shot on my right arm. So okay. You got the longer head, the lateral more on the side, and the medial, which is a deeper like around this area. So I'm gonna show you 3 exercises, 1 for each. First exercise we're gonna do, we only need 1 dumbbell for. This is gonna target the lateral head, this is gonna target more of the long head of the tricep. So all we're gonna use now for this is 1 dumbbell. You could do this with 2 hands, but for now I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell. That's all you need. It's better off 1 dumbbell, you get more of a grip, more stabilization. So I got the 25 pound. All I'm gonna do is rack it behind my head just like this. I have it in a diamond grip, so it's comfortably racked, and all I'm gonna do from here, just again, only movement is coming from the elbow joint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15 to 20 reps I would have done with this 25. It's a little light for me. Usually I would have had a little heavier weight and worked in that 10 to 15 rep range. Get a nice pump to the tricep. And again, when I'm working these smaller muscle groups like the bicep and the tricep, I keep the rest period short. Because again, I'm not really lifting heavy weight where I'm ripping down fibers. I'm using more moderate weight where I can rep them out and get a nice pump and nice blood flow to it. So I try to keep the rest period short just to coincide with that type of training. So second exercise you're going to target for your tricep, which will target, now this one is going to target more of the lateral head of the tricep. Now we're going to go into tricep kickbacks. So the first one was targeting more of the long head of the tricep. Now we're going to target the lateral head, tricep kickback. So 2 dumbbells, slight bend in the knees, hinging from the waist. Now you're going to have your arms going to start in a curled up position. All we're going to do from here, 1, kicking our triceps out and back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as you see, the 25s for those kickbacks, sufficient weight. 12 reps, I was really feeling the burn. It was getting tough. If I would have went for any more, they would have started getting sloppy and I would have had to use momentum, which I don't want to do when I'm doing for bicep and tricep workouts, because again, muscles aren't relatively that big. I don't gotta engage them with heavy weight. I want to be able to control each movement, each range of motion that I'm going. So again, in demonstration, no weight, slight bend in the knees, hinging over, arms curled up. All you're doing is kicking your arms back. So again, a curl would look like this if you were standing up. Once you come down, the gravity now comes to the back of your arms, and this tricep kickback puts all the gravity and all the tension right on the tricep. So we had the first one, overhead tricep extensions for the long head. Now we did the tricep kickbacks to target that lateral head. And now I'm going to show you one more exercise that'll focus a little more on that medial head. So we're going to come right on this bench. Let me grab my shirt. So, I'm going to demonstrate it with just one dumbbell here, because again, 25 pounds would be a decent weight to control right now. So, all I'm going to do, dumbbell over your head. All we're doing now is bring our arms, let the dumbbell come behind our head, pressing straight up. So, those are called skull crushers, or lying tricep extensions, overhead tricep extensions lying down. More common name is skull crushers. Why? Because if you drop that weight, you're gonna basically land on your head, fuck your skull up. So again, that was a bicep and tricep workout. Arms, relatively small muscle of the body. You don't gotta hammer them with that many exercises. And again, especially if you're training normal routines, when you're doing rowing and pushing movements, you're gonna get a lot of bicep and tricep engagement regardless. So to me, in my opinion, arm day isolations are not really the most beneficial and more one of the staples you're gonna see in my programs. But I mean, if it's a lagging body part and they're really weak and you want to develop them, by all means go ahead, throw in a bicep workout. You know, bicep and tricep workout, all you need, again, 2 dumbbells, you get a good pump. So you already know, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to Good Money. Come check me out on my page, BarNaturals. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Links to his Instagram and YouTube will be in the description box. Thanks again.
You already know.